Okay, when we talk about color in print, you got to remember when you're talking about light coming off of so this is light reflecting off of something, right? The major difference between your computer screen and a book is that your computer screen is emitting lights of the colors you're seeing. And your book, if you're looking at a book, is reflecting white light off, but absorbing everything but the frequency that you're seeing. And so a blue object is blue because it absorbs everything else and just the blue reflects off. And same for red. A white object reflects everything. But if you shine a red light on it, it appears red, or a blue light on it, it appears blue. And then a black object absorbs everything. This is why you got so confused as a kid when you're trying to mix paints and you just end up with brown or black because, you know, you mix something that absorbs everything but blue with something that absorbs everything but red. And now, you're getting a little bit of blue and a little bit of red. Then you add in something that absorbs everything but yellow, and it just starts getting darker and darker and darker and darker. The other thing that really impacts the color of things is what your light source is. Now, if we look at the spectrum from our sun is relatively flat across a very broad spectrum. Incandescent bulbs, we think of them as cooler and more yellow because they have a lot more energy down in the yellow and red end of the spectrum than they do the blue. And then your standard fluorescent light bulb has this enormous spike over here in the blue. So we think of it as kind of harsh because it's got too much blue and it's good from a seeing details perspective, but most people don't really like it all that much. And then you've got things like a helium neon laser that, is very monochromatic and just produces this one 600 and, I don't know, I forget what it is, 640 nanometer wavelength. And so the kind of light you have makes a difference in what things look like. I had and a lot of our lights that you see, traffic lights, not traffic lights, street lights, they may be sodium lights. They're very yellow. They're down here. I had a set of sweats once I had bought. They were red. Top was red, bottom was red, but I bought them separately. And during the daylight, they both looked red and they looked identical, but they weren't quite identical. And at night, under the sodium lights, the street lights, the top was still red, but the bottom didn't reflect the frequency of red that was still available in the sodium lights, and the bottom was black, just jet black at night under the street lights. And so the lighting you have and the type of lighting you have impacts the color of things. Because again, when you're looking at light reflecting off of stuff, if you change what light you're shining on it, you change what reflects off. So when you're talking about color of objects, the light, how they work is through absorption and reflection, and it's very important that you understand the lighting source you have. All right. Next video, I'm going to take you through a really puzzling piece about how we actually see and how our perception of color isn't a fixed thing, but it's something that we construct in our mind.